They didn't just get lucky, they got down on their knees first, for millions of people. The lottery is pure random chance, cold math, blind luck. But the winners in this video will tell you something completely different. They'll tell you that before the numbers ever came up, they prayed, they asked, they believed, and then it happened. Now, we can't prove that faith wins the lottery, but we can tell you exactly what these real winners said and did in the moments before their lives changed forever, and let you decide for yourself. These are the lottery winners who prayed and won. Stay until number 1, because he had been told he might not live to see his family taken care of. And the prayer he whispered before the drawing will give you chills. Number 6, Willie Seeley. In 2013, Willie Seeley, a hard-working family man from New Jersey, won a share of a massive $448 million Powerball jackpot alongside a group of his coworkers. And when the news cameras showed up, Willie didn't talk about mansions or fast cars. On national television, with his big family gathered around him, he grinned and said the words that made him famous overnight. "We're blessed. We are truly blessed." For the Seeleys, that windfall was never about luck. It was a blessing, and they thanked God for it out loud in front of the entire country. But the next winner didn't just hope for her blessing, she called it to her. Number 5, Cynthia Stafford. Cynthia's story is different because she says she didn't simply hope to win. She practiced winning in her mind every single day. After a terrible family tragedy left her suddenly raising her late brother's children, Cynthia became fixated on a single, specific number, $112 million. She wrote it down. She pictured it. She fell asleep repeating it, treating her belief almost like a prayer she refused to stop saying. And in 2007, she won the California Mega Millions jackpot for $112 million, the exact number she had been holding in her mind for years. Whether you call it prayer, faith, or manifestation, Cynthia is certain of one thing. She believed that money into her life long before it ever arrived. But the next winner leaned on a much older, simpler kind of faith. Number 4, Marie Holmes. In 2015, Marie Holmes, a young single mother of 4 from North Carolina, won a $188 million share of a Powerball jackpot. Before that night, Marie was working long hours, raising her kids alone, and leaning hard on her faith just to get through each week. And when she suddenly became one of the richest women in her state, the very first thing out of her mouth wasn't about the money. It was about God. She told reporters over and over that God is good, that she believed her faith had carried her to that moment. To Marie, the win wasn't a lucky accident at all. It was an answered prayer for a mother who had spent years praying for a way out. And the next winner had spent his entire life preparing to handle exactly that kind of blessing. Number 3, Roy Cockrum. Roy Cockrum's story might be the most extraordinary on this list because before he ever won a single dollar, he had literally taken a vow of poverty. Roy was a former actor who had spent years living as a monk in an Episcopal religious order, owning almost nothing, devoting his life to service and faith. Then, in 2014, he won a $259 million Powerball jackpot in Tennessee. And here is what a man who had trained his whole life to resist the pull of money chose to do with it. He didn't build himself an empire. He took the money and poured enormous amounts of it into charity, funding good works and nonprofit theater, treating the fortune the exact way his faith had taught him, as something to give, not something to hoard. For Roy, the prayer and the win were simply 2 parts of the same lifelong calling. But the next family may have prayed harder than anyone. Number 2, Pearlie Mae Smith. In 2016, a New Jersey woman named Pearlie Mae Smith won a share of a Powerball jackpot worth $429 million, together with her 7 children. The Smiths were a deeply faithful family, and they will tell you the win was never just about luck. They prayed together, they believed together, and when the money finally came, they did something that reflected exactly what they had always prayed for. Instead of disappearing into private luxury, they created the Smith Family Foundation, dedicating a portion of their fortune to lifting up their community. Pearlie Mae had raised her children to believe that faith and generosity go hand in hand, and when the single biggest blessing of their lives arrived, that is precisely how they treated it. And now, the story you've been waiting for. Number 1, Chang Saephan. In April of 2024, a man named Chang Saephan won one of the largest lottery jackpots in the history of the world. $1.3 billion in Oregon. But to understand this win, you have to understand the man. Chang was an immigrant from Laos who had spent years working hard to support his family. And he was sick. He had been battling cancer, going through treatment, living with the very real fear that he might not have much time left. In the days before the drawing, Chang did something quietly desperate and deeply human. He held his lottery ticket in his hands and he prayed. He asked for help, not to be famous, not to be flashy, but simply to be able to provide for his family before his time ran out. And then his numbers came up for one of the biggest prizes ever awarded anywhere on earth. When he stepped forward to claim it, Chang spoke about the blessing he had been given and said he now had what he needed to fight his illness and take care of the people he loved most. A dying man prayed for a way to protect his family. And against odds almost too enormous to imagine, the answer was $1.3 billion. So look at what connects every single one of them. Not one of these winners will tell you it was random. They prayed, they believed, they gave thanks. And every one of them will say the very same thing. The money didn't come out of nowhere. It came after the faith, not before it. Now maybe that's coincidence. Maybe it's something more. But here is what is undeniable. Every person on this list believed their blessing was coming before it ever arrived, and then it did. So here's my question for you. Do you believe your blessing is already on its way? Tell me in the comments. And if you do, subscribe to the Jackpot Oracle and start giving thanks for it now, before it even arrives. Because we believe the universe answers the ones who are truly ready to receive. See you in the next one.